Arsenal and Manchester United could both be dealt a blow in their midfield plans, with Juventus now emerging as a serious contender for a key target. And it's not Sandro Tonali. Both Arsenal and United are actively searching for midfield reinforcements ahead of the summer window. Arsenal are likely to bring in one addition, while United are expected to pursue at least two. Although their interest in Tonali has been widely reported, another name firmly on both clubs' radar is Bayern Munich's Leon Goretzka. Back on March 11th, sources indicated that Arsenal's director, Andrea Berta, had begun laying the groundwork for a formal approach for Goretzka. The experienced 31-year-old is set to leave Bayern when his contract expires this summer, making him an appealing option due to the absence of a transfer fee. There were also suggestions that Mikel Arteta had already started considering how Goretzka could fit into his plans for next season. Manchester United have also been strongly linked with the German midfielder, with journalist Pete O'Rourke noting that a move to Old Trafford might be more attractive to the player than joining Arsenal. However, fresh reports from Italian journalist Gianluca Di Marzio suggest Juventus could now be leading the race for his signature. According to the Sky Italia reporter, via Tutto Juve, Juventus are quietly progressing on several potential deals for the summer, including a move for Goretzka. Di Marzio explained that the club has been actively gathering information, initiating contacts, and exploring opportunities involving players nearing the end of their contracts. He highlighted three such cases: Bournemouth defender Marcos Senesi, Goretzka of Bayern Munich, and Manchester City's Bernardo Silva. Di Marzio added that for players like Goretzka and Bernardo Silva, both accustomed to Champions League football, Juventus's chances of securing a top-4 finish will be crucial. Qualification for the competition would significantly boost the club's financial power and strengthen their ability to persuade top players to join. Arsenal are expected to target a new centre-back this summer and have reportedly identified two highly rated options, although Real Madrid could end up ruining both moves. Mikel Arteta already has plenty of quality at the heart of defense, with Gabriel and William Saliba remaining his preferred partnership. Riccardo Calafiori and Christian Mosquera also provide solid cover, while the Gunners are still anticipated to make Piero Hincapié's loan switch permanent at the end of the season. Even so, a new report from Caught Offside claims Arsenal Sporting director Andrea Berta is already planning ahead for the future and is looking for a long-term successor to Gabriel. While the Brazilian remains one of the top defenders in world football, his recurring injury issues over the last 2 seasons are said to have raised concerns internally. As a result, Arsenal are reportedly increasing their interest in Jacobo Ramon as they look to beat Chelsea to the signature of the towering 6'5" 5-in defender. The Gunners are believed to be big admirers of Ramon after being impressed by his performances for Como this season. The Spanish defender, who was born in Madrid and developed through Real Madrid's academy, made the move to Italy last summer. Alongside Ramon, Arsenal are also said to be closely monitoring Real Madrid youngster Victor Valdepenas as they continue their search for a young centre-back capable of developing into Gabriel's long-term replacement alongside Saliba. Fabrizio Romano has also backed up Arsenal's interest in Valdepenas, with the teenager currently attracting strong praise in Spain. One source reportedly said, Arsenal are watching Valdepenas and Ramon very carefully ahead of the summer window. Their scouts have followed both players several times, and the reports have been very encouraging. Arteta wants a young centre-back who can grow into Gabriel's role in the future and form a strong partnership with Saliba. However, Real Madrid could still make things extremely difficult for Arsenal in both pursuits. Madrid are known for keeping significant control over many of the young players they let leave, and that appears to be the case with Ramon, previously described by analyst Neil Gardner as a defensive monster. Los Blancos reportedly hold a buyback clause for the Spain under-21 defender, as well as a 50% sell-on clause, which could give them a major advantage if Arsenal decide to make a move. Valdepenas, meanwhile, may also prove difficult to prize away. Real Madrid are said to have slapped a hefty 50 million, 43.5 meter valuation on the youngster, a figure that could easily discourage Arsenal given his limited senior experience. If those two deals prove too complicated, Arsenal may instead look toward a more proven option in RB Leipzig defender Castello Lukeba. The French centre-back is understood to be open to a move to the Premier League, and it was revealed on March 12th that Arsenal had already been approached over a potential transfer. Liverpool and Man City join Arsenal in race for Christian Cofain. Liverpool and Manchester City have now joined Arsenal in the battle to sign highly rated Bayer Leverkusen youngster Christian Cofain. Team Talk can exclusively reveal. The 19-year-old has rapidly become one of Europe's most exciting young prospects since arriving from Spanish side Albacete last summer, although he has made only 10 league starts so far. Cofain has already left a strong impression, contributing 5 goals and 3 assists during a breakthrough season. There are also increasing comparisons between Cofain's rise and that of RB Leipzig star Jan Diomanda, who also made the jump from a smaller Spanish club, Leganes, last summer, and has since developed into one of Europe's most sought-after teenage talents. Interestingly, both Liverpool and Arsenal are also chasing Diomande, highlighting how closely their recruitment plans align when it comes to identifying emerging stars. As for Cofain, Arsenal were among the first Premier League clubs to show serious interest in the young forward. Sources indicate the Gunners have been especially impressed by his underlying statistics and analytical profile, which point to his rapid progress and attacking effectiveness. However, the North London side are no longer alone in the race. Our sources can confirm that both Liverpool and Manchester City have now made contact over Cofain, making it clear they are ready to compete for his signature in what is becoming a highly contested transfer battle. Interest in the teenager continues to grow across Europe. His agent has already named several major clubs keeping tabs on his development, including Chelsea, Newcastle United, Everton, Brentford, as well as European giants Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Cofain's rise has been swift since moving to Germany, with Bayer Leverkusen providing him the ideal platform to display his talent at a high level. Despite his limited number of starts, he has still managed to make a significant impact, something that has only increased his appeal among Europe's elite clubs. With several Premier League heavyweights now firmly in the picture, the race for Cofain is shaping up to become one of the most fascinating emerging transfer stories as clubs scramble to secure one of the Bundesliga's brightest young talents. Roy Keane names his 3 best Premier League stadiums Manchester United legend. Roy Keane has named the 3 stadiums he believes stand above the rest in Premier League history. The 7-time English top-flight winner had no hesitation when asked, immediately selecting a trio of iconic grounds. One of the stadiums Keane included